organized, official games that this group's playing?
Yeah, I think we're definitely trying to just play within ourselves. It's all about us right now. Just finding different groups of people that work good with each other, learning people's positions, things like that. And this is my first time playing a game in forever, so I think that's probably what would be our main focus when we get there.
Just being on the bench that whole year, that must have been hard for you. What was that? What was that like? Did you learn? What did you learn? I guess through that all.
I learned so much. I was technically a freshman in basketball years, but like I come in knowing pretty much all the plays. I know the style that we like to play. I've seen the atmosphere that we play in, things like that. So I think I definitely have a leg up, and I'm excited to try to put that forth on the court.
What do you think is the biggest growth you feel like in as far as your overall game, getting to have that year to kind of watch, observe, and now getting to play your first official year?
I think playing with pace, just not playing too fast, not playing too slow, and just kind of being able to adjust team by team. And I think scout probably we take that a lot more serious at the college level than high school. So you really have to use your brain here and just kind of put it all into what's on the court at the moment.
You're going to Spain, you're going to Portugal, you're traveling, across the ocean. What's the thing you're most excited about outside of the basketball?
Probably just spend time with our teammates. I know we have a lot of things planned, and we have some free time, and this is a really good group of girls, and I'm excited to go down there with them.
What do you feel like is the biggest difference right now between the way summer practice went last season versus now, you think?
I think right now we're a lot more competitive. Like, we go at each other, we like to talk mess to each other, and we just have fun with playing with each other on the court.
Who's been the biggest surprise or been like the person that you've gotten to play with and you're like, oh wow, this person's extremely good, extremely talented, and really pushes you?
I'm really excited to play with our bigs. We have 2 new freshman bigs, and they're both big bodies, so as a point guard, I like playing with them.
What do you see this year? In terms of the roster turnover. Do you think you guys will, change some aspects of how you guys play?
I think we're a lot faster, so we're probably going to look to push the pace more, but just definitely get up and down, play more instead of having to run sets every single possession. So just being able to gel and get chemistry is what we're going to focus on for that.
Do you see yourself as a point guard?
Yeah, I would say I'm point guard. That's my first position. I can play off the ball a little bit, but I would say my main focus is point guard.
And then there's just a huge opportunity there. Amiyah is stepping away, has been probably the face of this team for the last 2 years. How do you think you'll be able to step into that role? And are you just excited for that opportunity?
Yeah, Katie has been telling me I'm going to be the point guard for a while now. So pretty much all last year, I was talking to her about things like, what she likes and kind of the groove that she likes and just how she likes to run things. So I would say that I'm pretty prepared, but it's obviously going to be a lot different getting on the court and having to exercise that muscle on the court during games.
Winning aside, what do you feel like is the overall goal of this team? Like, what are the things that you guys really want to hone in on and sharpen to, make steps towards the season?
We just want to be competitive in every aspect, offense, defense, just like have some grit. We may not be the most skilled or like fastest, tallest, especially with new teams in the Big Ten. We just want to make sure we're competing at every second of the game.
Given the brevity of depth, USC, UCLA, Washington, Oregon into the picture, what does that do for you as a competitor? Knowing that this conference is now touching all coasts and touching so many aspects of historical competition that are now your opponents.
I think it's exciting because I obviously sat out for an entire year, so just watching them play all those games, I feel like I'm ready and more. Like I'm ready to play 2 seasons worth of games right now. But whoever we play, I think we're just going to try to put our best foot forward and compete and try to win.
Do you feel like you're where you need to be as far as your speed, as far as like your own rhythm? Like, do you feel like yourself yet as a player, being comfortable and doing the things that you're able to do before your injury?
I think I'm getting there. I don't think I probably will ever be there. I was at a really high point in my high school, my senior year. But I'm adjusting, so I know like what I can and can't do. So I've adjusted pretty fine, I think. And I just have to be smart about what I can do.
How do you feel like you've grown, and where do you think you are now compared to coming out of high school?
I just think watching film, I think I've grown a lot more than I think I have. It's a completely different beast playing. It's bigger court. You got a shot clock now. So I think I've gotten smarter, not only just like skill-wise. I think that's been improving, but I think I've gotten a lot smarter.
Have you ever had an experience like that of being out for that long and having to watch your team play?
I have been out a few times during other seasons, just smaller injuries, broken ankle, things like that. But I think my support staff that I have here, my trainer stuff have definitely poured into me, so I never feel like I have really been out. And they get me in as much stuff as I have that I can get in, so I think I've been prepared.
How are you able to how were you able to kind of ride the highs and lows with the team without being on the court? You're kind of almost, more like a coach in that aspect than a player.
Yeah, they definitely told me to keep staying involved. I walked around practice. I had conversations with people just from what I can see, being on the sideline. During games, I took stats, and I talked with the coaches and things like that. So they definitely always kept me involved as possible.
What's been the message that KG has echoed in your head time and time again as you went through those highs and lows and now being back out on the court? What's been the consistent message with her, as far as your growth, your development, now getting to be back out here?
I think it's just been constant small tidbits, just all the time. And I'm standing out there, she'll come next to me and be like, did you see how this happened? Did you see how that? Do you know why we're doing this? Do you know when we're doing this? And I definitely had a lot of questions for her, and I think I was just always kind of in her ear. Just knowing what my role would probably be the next year. I knew JT would be leaving and Abby would be leaving, and that probably would be throwing me into the point guard spot. So I kind of always knew that I would come in, kind of get thrown into the fire. So I've just kind of been always around her, and she's poured a lot into me.
And then to add in with this group of seniors, this group of senior transfers that are working with you, where do you feel like the leadership is coming from right now? Do you feel like a leader yourself, having been with this team? Where do you feel like the leadership is at with this group?
I think we did get a lot of older transfers, and they're definitely stepping up to kind of the leadership position. But I think it's a full team thing. Even the younger ones, I myself am just a sophomore, technically redshirt freshman, but we're all not afraid to get on each other and talk to people and things like that.